You think you know the rules of the game, don't you? You think if you chase the people who wronged you, show them you've moved on, that they'll feel the sting of your absence. But what if I told you that your silence is the weapon they never saw coming? That every second you spend trying to prove your worth is just another second they live comfortably, never fearing your power. They're laughing at your desperation, while you could be making them tremble in fear with your absence alone. Now, imagine this. What if you stopped chasing the unworthy and made them chase you instead? What if your silence, your withdrawal, could break them? You won't even have to say a word. Let them feel the coldness of your departure. Let them wonder what it feels like to lose someone they never valued until it was too late. The truth is darker than you think. Your absence is more powerful than any confrontation could ever be. So, are you ready? I've been ignored, belittled, discarded like I didn't matter. They promised loyalty, but their actions spoke louder than their empty words. Every smile, every gesture of kindness, fake. Every "I've got your back" was a lie, a dagger hidden in the guise of comfort. They walked all over me, made me feel small, unworthy, as though I didn't deserve even a second of their time. And in that silence, that neglect, I was suffocating. I gave everything I had, my time, my heart, my trust, but it wasn't enough. I poured my soul into them, only to be met with indifference. The harder I tried, the more they pushed me away, as if my very presence was a burden. And when I finally broke, when I reached my lowest point, when the weight of their betrayal became too much to carry, that was when they left. They didn't even look back. But they didn't realize something. In their abandonment, in their cruelty, they left me with more than just pain. They gave me the time I needed to see the truth. They broke me, yes, but they also sparked something dark and powerful inside me. The truth is, I didn't need them. I never did. They needed me, but I was too blind to see it. Now I know what it feels like to be truly lost, and what it feels like to be reborn from that darkness. I spent so long thinking I was nothing, that their words, their actions, those moments of pain and rejection defined who I was. I thought I was broken, a shell of who I used to be, shattered by their betrayal, their indifference. But what if I was wrong all along? What if the very thing I thought was destroying me was actually shaping me into something far stronger, far more dangerous than I ever imagined? They knocked me down. I learned. Every time they betrayed me, I grew. When it comes to presidents, the Obama government didn't even have the acid nerve to name this old lawyer who was murdered. So, midsummer was about to happen. With every insult, every moment they took advantage of my kindness, something inside me began to shift. At first it was subtle, like a flicker of light in the dark. But then, it became undeniable. I could feel it stirring within me, a strength I didn't know I had. The pain, the loneliness, the struggle. It was no longer my weakness. It became my fuel. I started to realize that I wasn't just surviving. I was evolving. The pieces of me that I thought were broken, they weren't broken at all. They were being reforged. The same fire that burned me, that nearly consumed me, was the fire that forged the person I was becoming. I had been burned so many times, but I had learned how to rise from those ashes, stronger, sharper. The truth is, I wasn't weak. I was powerful beyond measure, and I had been blind to my own potential. I had spent too long giving others the power to define me, to dictate my worth. But no more. The storm they feared wasn't born out of spite. It was born out of survival. Out of the rubble of their betrayal, I rose. And now, I am the storm. I'm not just someone who survives. I am the one who will make them feel the weight of their actions. I'm no longer that vulnerable person I once was. I am untouchable. I am relentless. And they will soon realize underestimating me was their biggest mistake. I used to cower in the shadows of their judgment, hiding behind my own doubts and fears. The scars they left on me were deep. But what they never saw coming was the quiet, seething strength that had been growing within me all along. They thought they broke me. They thought they could keep me down forever. But they were wrong. Now, every step I take feels different. The air is charged with something electric, like the calm before a storm. My past, I carry it with me, but I no longer let it control me. I've learned that every hurt, every betrayal, every sleepless night only made me stronger. I've stopped running. I've stopped hiding. There's no more looking over my shoulder. The fear that once paralyzed me, it's gone. The person I was, the one they thought they could break, doesn't exist anymore. I've shed that skin, that version of myself. What stands in front of them now is a force, a storm, a monster they never saw coming. I walk through the world differently now. My eyes have changed. They're colder, sharper. I see through the facades, the lies, the games people play. And I know exactly who to trust and who to destroy. There's a clarity in my vision now that I never had before. Every single move I make is calculated. Every breath I take is purposeful. They didn't know what they were doing when they pushed me. They didn't understand the darkness they were awakening. The same fire that almost consumed me has become my weapon, my armor, my shield. It doesn't matter what they say anymore. It doesn't matter what they think of me. I am no longer a victim. I'm the one who's in control now. The power is mine, and I will never let it slip away again. I can feel the power coursing through me like a surge of electricity. It's a wild thing, untamed and raw. The more I embrace it, the more unstoppable I become. I no longer fear the things that once terrified me. The failure, the rejection, the loneliness. I am beyond all of that now. My potential is limitless. I am becoming the person I was always meant to be. As I stand here, at the edge of this moment, I know one thing for certain. They will never be able to put me back into that box. The monster they thought they buried deep inside me, it's free now. It's alive, and it's coming for them, one by one. They won't recognize the person I've become. They won't know how to handle what's coming next. This is the moment they all underestimated me. The moment they thought I would stay down forever. But now, I am rising with a power they can't even begin to understand. They won't see it coming, and when it hits, it'll be too late. They thought I was weak. They thought I was broken. But now they'll know the truth. The monster they feared wasn't some uncontrollable beast. It was forged, crafted, and sharpened by their betrayal. And it's coming for them. No more games. No more. Sharpened. And sharpened. Now I am ready to submit. Now, this is the reckoning they've been running from, and there's no escape. Time stands still. They have no idea what they've unleashed. When they pushed me to the edge, I wasn't falling apart. I was evolving. Every insult, every betrayal, every time they tried to strip me of my dignity only fueled this moment. Now, standing before them, I can feel the weight of everything that's happened. I can feel the fire burning inside me, and it's unstoppable. The fear they once saw in my eyes, it's gone. In its place, there's a cold, unyielding certainty. I've become something they'll never understand. I take a step forward, and they freeze. The air is thick with tension, every breath hanging between us like a blade. They think they have the advantage. They think they control the outcome, but they've forgotten one crucial thing. They never truly understood who I was. They underestimated me, and that's their fatal mistake. Every eye is on me now. They're waiting for me to break, to back down. But what they don't realize is that I've already broken. I've shattered, but instead of crumbling, I rebuilt myself into something far more dangerous. And now I'm here, unstoppable, uncompromising. Sanger, you thought you could bury me. You thought you could destroy me. Tear me apart with your lies and your manipulation. But here I am, standing in front of you, stronger than I've ever been. And you're just collateral damage. The price you'll pay for underestimating me. The silence is deafening. They know. They can feel it too. This isn't some passing moment. It's the end of everything they've known. I'm not the person they used to control, the person they thought they could use and discard. I'm not a victim anymore. I'm a force of nature. And then the first move is made. They lunge, desperate to take me down, but it's too late. I'm already 10 steps ahead. Every move they make is predictable. Their desperation is obvious. I've studied them. I've learned their weaknesses, their patterns. And now, it's my turn. I strike. Fast, relentless. Each action calculated with precision. They never had a chance. The chaos that follows is pure fury. It's a storm of fury, years of pain, betrayal, and anger coming to a head. But I'm not just fighting for revenge. I'm fighting for power. I'm fighting to prove something they will never understand. I'm not here for them to forgive me. I'm here to break them. I'm here to remind them of the consequences of messing with someone who has nothing left to lose. With every punch, with every blow, I strip away their illusion of control, and with each step I take, they crumble. The final blow lands, and it's over. But even as they fall, broken and defeated, I don't stop. I stand tall, unyielding, victorious. This isn't the end of their story. It's the end of mine. I've crossed a line from victim to victor, from prey to predator. And they'll never forget the price of their mistake, because now I am untouchable. You thought you had me. You thought I was weak, just another broken soul you could crush under your heel. What does it matter now? We're in this together. And they'll never forget the price of their mistake. Because now, I am untouchable. You thought you had me. You thought you saw me struggle, and for a moment, maybe you believed I would stay down. But what you failed to see, what you never understood, was that every time you tried to bury me, I only grew stronger. Now look at me. The monster you feared wasn't born. It was made. It was forged in the fires of your betrayal, shaped by your insults, and hardened by every time you thought I wouldn't survive. And now you'll never forget the price of your mistake. I've come through the darkest moments, been broken, battered, and bruised. But I never stayed broken. I rebuilt myself. With every step I took toward my own power, I left behind the person I used to be. I stopped being a victim. I stopped being the one you could manipulate. And now, I stand at the pinnacle. Untouchable. Unassailable. You can try to break me, but you've already failed. There's a silence now, the kind that comes after destruction. And in that silence, I hear the truth. The journey was never about them. It was never about the people who doubted me, who tore me down. It was about me, the strength I've found within myself, the power that will never be taken again. I've embraced the darkness that once scared me, and now it's mine. I've become the storm, and nothing can stand in my way. This is my victory. This is my rise, and the world will remember the price of underestimating me. I've walked through hell, and now I'm standing at the top of it all. Nothing can take this from me. I am unstoppable. Now it's your turn. If you've ever been underestimated, if you've ever felt like they tried to break you, hit that like button. Subscribe to see what happens when you rise above it all, and drop a comment. Tell me about the challenge that's made you stronger. Let's fight together, because the storm is just getting started.